The New Orleans Saints recently signed Derek Carr. So today we're gonna make the same move in Madden and see what we can do with this team. And oh my god, let me tell you, this was the hardest rebuild I have ever done. You guys are in for a treat. But massive shout out to Ryan Coleman for the suggestion of today's video. Go drop him a sub, their link is in the description. I have already dropped them one. And if you want a shout out just like that one, and a sub from me and many others, just let me know what team to do next. It's super easy. And hey, if/when I pick your comment, I'll rebuild the team you want me to do. Obviously, I mean, that's the point of doing it. But we have been easily hitting every like and sub goal, so let's shoot for 200 likes and 2,700 subs, which thank you very much for 2,600. I very much appreciate that. Coming up on 3K. And if you do it, if you like and sub, we will hit both goals easily. And imagine if everyone did it, we would be at like 2,000 likes, 5,000 subs, it would be ridiculous. So be sure to do it. But last thing, I'm actually planning on doing a stream on the channel on Monday, March 13th for the start of NFL free agency and all that. I want to react to some of the signings, let you guys know what I think. I think it would be a lot of fun. So mark your calendars, turn on notifications for the channel, whatever. It'll be the first stream I've done on this channel in a long time, so I would appreciate if you showed up. But that's enough plugging. Let's get into today's rebuild. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Today, me and Mikey McDingle, who was not present during the assassination of John F. Kennedy, I don't know why you would think he was, we are going to be rebuilding the New Orleans Saints. Or I guess I'll call it New Orleans because funny lean. The Saints signed Derek Carr. Now I'm gonna keep it a stack. I think they overpaid the hell out of him. He got like 4 years, 150 million. Yikes. But hey, I also respect it at the same time because this is a pretty nice team that was honestly kinda just a QB away. Assuming they stay healthy, of course. I mean, they have players like Alvin Kamara, who had a down year last year but is still good. Michael Thomas, who is never healthy but is overhated when he's healthy, I'll just say that. Chris Olave, who was a very good rookie. Arguably better than the offensive rookie of the year in Garrett Wilson, but we won't get into that. Ryan Ramczyk is a very good lineman. Eric McCoy's solid. Like, this team has some pieces. And then defensively, they also have some pieces. Demario Davis, Cam Jordan, Marshawn Lattimore, Tyrann Mathieu. Overalls might be looking a little different here than the regular Madden rosters because these are my custom rosters, which you can download on PC. My name on there is Brandon823021. I don't even know how you find them. I don't know if there's a search feature. Knowing EA, probably not, but they're called like Brandon New or something now. Either way, this is a very nice team with some very nice players. Not to mention, we have some good younger players too. Paulson Adebo, Marcus Davenport, who is due for a contract. I don't think we're going to be able to bring him back. Pete Werner. We'll have to see what we can get from Peyton Turner. It was a questionable pick, but we have him. Deontay Hardy, which there's just something about Saints players and liking to change their name. I don't know what it is. Rashid Shaheed, which is a very fun name, had a very good rookie year. I want to get him playing time. Adam Troutman and Juwan Johnson are both younger too. Some of these offensive linemen are younger. Like, this team has a lot of potential. I don't know that I necessarily would have re-signed Derek Carr, or signed Derek Carr, I mean, at least for the amount they paid him, but I kind of get it because this team is already, I wouldn't say set, but they definitely have good players. So with that, let's get into this rebuild. I'm excited to see what we can do, and let's get to the mid-season point of year number 1. Here we have, it hasn't loaded in yet, here we have a wide receiver mentorship for Deontay Hardy. I don't really know what to go with. I'm gonna go getting open and then long routes, I guess. We'll make him a better deep route runner. That works. I kind of wish it was Rashid Shaheed, but either way, I'll definitely take it. And then we have a training camp standout. I don't know who this is gonna be. Marcus Davenport. Ooh, okay, obviously gonna go rushing the passer. +3 power moves and finesse moves. You'll love to see that. Oh, and we actually have trade offers for I didn't throw him on the trade block. It just automatically did that, but of course, it's all players for who knows what reason. Are any of these good? That Taylor Rapp one's interesting. interesting. We don't really need a safety, but it's definitely interesting. Christian Fulton. I mean, it would kind of ruin the realism because Madden doesn't know what realism is, apparently, but I might think about taking that one just because we have so many receivers if I wasn't doing this realistically. Here we're trading Jarvis Landry to the Bears for a third-round pick. I know how desperate they are for a receiver, and we really don't need Jarvis Landry. I mean, he's 29. I think he's 30 in real life. We have so many receivers that are all younger and could be better than he is right now. He would just regress. We really don't need him, so we're kind of just getting an extra third-round pick. At the midseason point of year number 1, we are unfortunately only 2-5. Now, most of our division is 2-5, so I guess we're right with them, but this is kind of a rebuild where we would want to be good early on because obviously Derek Carr isn't getting any younger. How old is he, is the question? 31, so maybe even 32 in real life. That's not great. I should make his contract realistic. I never did that. I'll do that. I don't fully know how contracts work in Madden because obviously there isn't a guaranteed section, but he did get a $28.5 million signing bonus, and then I guess that leaves the rest at 121.5 if my math is right, so that should be right. I think we'll go with that. That's really expensive for Derek Carr, but that's what the Saints did, so I don't know, man. I don't even know for sure if that's right because you might just put the guaranteed in the signing bonus section. I don't know. Contracts are weird in this game. Either way, though, we have some re-signings here now that we have Derek Carr's contract accurate. Yeah, we're not going to be able to re-sign any of these players. Oh no. So it's probably goodbye to Michael Thomas, Marcus Davenport, David Onyemata, or as I like to call him, David Onyemama. Rashid Shaheed needs a contract. Oh no. There are more good players here than I thought. Hopefully there's some cuts we can make at the end of the year because we need some of those players back, honestly, but we'll find out. But with that, I guess there's nothing really left for us to do here, so let's just get to the end of year number 1 and let's hope things can figure themselves out. Dog, I hate when this shit happens. What the fuck? At the end of year number 1, we finish 8-9. Why couldn't we just be good enough to make the playoffs or be bad enough to get like a top 5 pick or something? We go 8-9. It seems like we're always stuck in this situation year 1 because we have a good enough team to do well, but Madden is just stupid, so we don't finish super well. Or I guess we start terribly and then finish a little better because Madden's like, oh hey, you actually have a decent team. I don't know, it's stupid. Derek Carr, 4,250 yards, 30 touchdowns, but 17 interceptions. That is a lot. It's not a great season. Outside of the interceptions, it isn't bad, but with the interceptions, it's pretty bad. 1,200 yards for Alvin Kamara and 12 touchdowns, 4,300 yards, or no, 4.3 yards per carry. I just woke up. Give me a break. Rashid Shaheed. Oh God, I hope I can get him back. 1,200 yards and 4 touchdowns. Michael Thomas, 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. Adam Troutman, 808. And Chris Olave, only 700 yards and 5 touchdowns. I guess that makes sense because Michael Thomas was our slot. Actually, it does make sense. Why did Rashid Shaheed get so many touches? I wish it went to a lot. Whatever, that's fine. Blocking was disgusting. Trevor Penning was horrid. One of the worst blocking seasons I've ever seen. Genuinely, in the last rebuild I did where the offensive line was quarterbacks, I was talking about this. They performed better than the actual alignment because we all know Madden loves realism. Ryan Ramczyk and Andrew Skeet were okay. Eric McCoy and Cesar Ruiz were not great. Defensively, Demario Davis led the team with 116 tackles, 15 tackles for loss for Cam Jordan, 14 for Marcus Davenport, who I don't think we're going to be able to bring back. Cam Jordan with 11 sacks, 10.5 for Marcus Davenport, 7 for David Onyemata, 6 for Shai Tuttle. I think 3 of those 4 are free agents. And then 2 interceptions for each Caden Ellis and Demario Davis, and then 1 interception for a few players. So overall, not the best year in the world, but we had some solid performances from upcoming free agents, of course. Joe Burrow wins MVP. I doubt we're going to see anybody up here. Yeah, no. Offensive Player of the Year goes to the White Boy Cooper Kupp, as always. No Saints. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Aaron Donald, as always. No Saints. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Christian Watson. and Rashid Shaheed at number 2 that suck. No other Saints, I don't think. And then Aiden Hutchinson wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't think we would have anyone up here. No. So we're in a lot tougher of a situation than I expected. Let's just get to the offseason and let's hope and pray we can re-sign some players. In the oh, that's interesting. Well, these aren't fully my custom rosters. I'm in the process of making new custom rosters. So some of the overalls for teams I don't have updated. I just did the Saints right before I did this video, obviously. So I think the Chiefs and Eagles are both just Madden's ratings, but the Chiefs win the Super Bowl 24-21 over the Eagles. Hey, sometimes Madden is kind of realistic. Most of the time it's not, but sometimes it is. And now for re-signings. I'm not even gonna look yet. I just want to see if we can make any cut. I don't believe we can. No, there's nobody here that would really make sense to cut. Andres Pete, I guess. Oh yeah, also I feel like this is worth noting. I don't know why I did this necessarily. I was like, oh yeah, I guess I could do that, so I did it. I didn't really think much more about it, but I switched the defense to a 3-4. Again, I don't know really why. It just kind of made sense because the Saints like bigger defensive ends, so I was like, you know, I could get away with playing them as 4 or 3-4 defensive ends. And then a lot of their linebackers were kind of hybrid players, so I was like, you know, they could get away as 3-4 outside linebackers. I also moved some of the defensive ends up there, like Granderson. I guess I didn't move Passanio up there, but whatever. I feel like it's not the best, and I might switch back because we're gonna lose Davenport, but we'll see. But like I said, I do want to make some cuts here. The first one is gonna be Andres Pete because he's expensive. Maybe the worst Pro Bowler of all time. It'll be a penalty of 13 mil, but it'll also save us 5 mil, so I think it's worth it. Outside of that, though, I mean, there isn't really anyone I could justify cutting. Maybe Jameis? All right, we did that. It's not gonna save us anywhere near the money we need, though, so Mark Ingram, he's probably an upcoming free agent, though, so this probably won't do anything for us, but it'll save us 2.3 mil, supposedly. Carl Granderson, this would save us like 4 mil. I know Saints players like him. I like him, but here he just doesn't make any sense for that kind of money. JT Gray, again, probably an upcoming free agent, but it'll save us a couple mil. We're really grasping at straws here, man. What did we get ourselves into? Nah, but me and Mikey McDingle, we'll persevere. I couldn't even say the word, so maybe we won't, but we'll try our best. I think that's really PJ Williams regressed that hard. I don't feel like he would regress. He doesn't play that much in real life. I don't know. I feel like snaps should play more into regression than, I don't know, dude. It's fine. How much money does that leave us with? Negative 13 mil. Oh god, I was gonna guess like negative 10 mil. No, negative 13. So goodbye to Michael Thomas. Goodbye Marcus Davenport. Goodbye David Onyemama. Goodbye Rashid Shaheed. Goodbye Jawan Johnson. Goodbye Shai Tuttle. We're not gonna have a team after this. Oh my god. Okay, well, we can't really do anything, and I'm not Mickey Loomis or something, so I can't just push every contract back. I hate this. Okay, obviously we can't even really sign anybody in free agency, so that's not great. Really, all we can do is get to the draft and hope and pray that we can have a good one. Why did the Jets trade for Chuck Clark? It seems really random. I wonder if the Packers wanted a safety in the Aaron Rodgers trade, or like they want one in the Aaron Rodgers trade, so the Jets are like, okay, we'll swap a 7th for Chuck Clark, and then that sounds like a Packers move. They don't want to accept a trade for Aaron Rodgers because they want like a low-level safety. That sounds like a move the Packers front office would want, because I think they're going to be losing Adrian Amos, and they don't really have much outside of him at safety. I don't know. We'll see. I guess Rudy Ford isn't bad. Here we have a 5th-year option for Cesar Ruiz. I am good. No, thank you. I will pass on that. You know what, dude? I forgot this team doesn't even have a 1st-round pick. This is a hard rebuild. Oh my god. Well, the Steelers somehow have the number 1 overall pick. I don't know how they were that bad, but fair enough. We don't pick until round 2, pick 15. Who is the best player available? Jalen Hyatt, Emmanuel Forbes, J.L. Skinner, Josh Downs. Who do we want? We literally lost all of our defensive tackles, so I might just go Siaki Ika. I've taken him a few times in rebuilds. He's normally okay. Let's just take him. Normal dev, dev, but at this point, we just need something at defensive tackle, so he'll have to do. Are we gonna have back-to-back picks in round 3? It looks like we have, yeah, we do. We have 14 and 15. That's kind of fun. It would be more fun if this wasn't the situation we were in, but it's still fun. I would go Parker Washington, but I just took him in the last rebuild. There's like nobody left. Who the I don't know, man. I think we need an offensive lineman because obviously we cut Andres Skeet. Let's take Nick Broker. He'll be our starting left guard. He is a scheme fit, normal dev, good strength, good acceleration. I guess he'll have to start for us. That's depressing. And I guess just because he's here, let's go Parker Washington. Again, I took him in the last rebuild. He has a weird build in these draft classes. I don't know why he's 6'3", 232, but we'll switch that up. I don't know who the fuck originally made these draft classes, but they did some weird things. We'll fix him though. He's like a possession. He's like a big-bodied receiver. He's like Denzel Mims. Is that his name? The Jets receiver? I can't remember right now. There is a Denzel Mims. I just don't know if that's the one. And with our last pick, we need a second running back, so let's go Chris Rodriguez. Hidden dev, okay. Really slow. Again, I need to change the ratings, but we'll get that figured out. So overall, we had a really good draft. Siaki Ika is a 72 overall. I don't remember him being that high. I thought he was like a 69 or 70, but we will definitely take that. Nick Broker, also a 70. Parker Washington, also a 70, and I made him a little more like himself. I didn't change everything about him, but I at least made him a slot type guy. Hopefully he can turn into a really good player here. Chris Rodriguez is only a 64 overall. I didn't realize that, but it is what it is. And then somehow Travius Hodges-Tomlinson fell, so we just picked him up in the 5th round. Only normal dev, but definitely a pick that was worth it. I need to change him. I've been going through and kind of changing the ratings and making new players and all that kind of stuff in the draft classes, but he's definitely one I need to change. I need to give him a dev trait, make him a little better, because I do like him a lot, but it's whatever, man. That was a really good draft considering our situation. Here is a look at the team going into year number 2 of the rebuild, and honestly, considering what we just had to go through, this isn't too bad. We're at an 81 overall. We were able to replace the better players we lost pretty well, and we don't really have any terrible starters here on offense. The biggest difference, obviously, is no more Michael Thomas, no more Rashid Shaheed. We have Parker Washington now. No more Cesar Ruiz. We have Nick Broker, which not really a downgrade, honestly. I mean, he played well last year, but in real life, definitely not a downgrade. And then we lost Juwan Johnson, unfortunately. I feel like there was another player we lost, but those are the main ones. And then defensively, why is it trying to play or don't want Rasheem Green starting? I didn't even sign him. The CPU is just like, yeah, you need him. No, I don't. We're good. The defense is definitely looking a little thin here. We have a big hole at linebacker, edge, and defensive tackle, and maybe corner, depending on how Alontae Taylor plays. But overall, I mean, we still have a few good players here. Cam Jordan, Demario Davis, Tyrann Mathieu, Marcus May, Marshawn Lattimore. We did pick up Jordan Whitehead, just chilling in free agency. I guess the Jets didn't want him anymore, so we'll definitely take that. This is just going to be a big rebuilding year. We're just going to see what we can get out of some of these players. So with that, let's get to the mid-season point of year number 2, and let's see what we can do. That rhymes. Let's go. Oh my god, okay. At the mid-season point of year number 2, we are 1-6 with our first win coming just last week, beating the Colts 24-21. That's not ideal. What's the problem, Chief? Because we might move on from Derek Carr quicker than I expected. Obviously, like I said, I think I said it. I meant to say it. If Derek Carr sucks, we're not gonna force it. We're gonna find a different QB. And he has kind of been terrible so far. So, yeah, we might be looking for a new QB this offseason. Alvin Kamara's been good. Receiving, we've been pretty good. Blocking, terrible, as I expected. We're not getting any pressure, and we have 2 total interceptions on the year. So, I think it's also time for a defensive playbook change. Our defense has been ass both years. So, I think the Chiefs have a pretty good defense in this game, if I am not mistaken. So, we'll try out the Chiefs defense. We'll see what we can get there. And then then offensively, I think it's just a skill issue, you know what I mean? Derek Carr isn't doing super great. We have some upgrades here, probably nothing important, I would guess. Some backups. Okay, we have Puka Williams, that's fun. And then re-signings. I did cut a lot of players and then re-signed them back because they were taking up a lot of cap space. Cam Jordan, it says he's very interested, but we kind of suck right now. I feel like we could still get away with neutral. Okay, he does take neutral. Marcus May, how's he been playing? I haven't really noticed him playing super well. 1 interception last year, 0 this year, 3 pass deflections, 32. He's not playing very well. Okay, we're not going to re-sign him yet, especially because we have Jordan Whitehead, who we also have to re-sign. Maybe it would just be better to re-sign May because May's actually interested. Eric McCoy, how is he playing? Not well. Okay, we're not going to re-sign him either. Honestly, I don't even really want Marcus May back. We're not even going to bring either of them back, I don't think. I don't even really think we're going to bring anybody else here back at all. Maybe Adam Troutman when we can, and maybe Cesar Ruiz, but that's a big maybe. Just nobody's really playing well, so I don't really see a reason to bring him back just to play like shit. Will Lutz, I don't care. Just give me a kicker. Who cares? Thank you. On the bright side, I guess we'll have a lot of cap space going into free agency. Maybe. Okay, so super quick before I show how we did in year 2, if you have not already, be sure to like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton, and it's super easy for you to do, so be sure to do it. You could have easily done it in the time it took me to say that, so it's super quick. And also turn on notifications if you have not already as well, so you can be one of the first people to ever see and comment on my videos, and to make sure you'll never miss one of these banger rebuilds. This one's not so much a banger because this is a very hard rebuild, but we're getting there. We're getting there. And also let me know what team to do next for a shout out in the next video. But we finished 5-12. It wasn't our best year ever, but on the bright side, I believe we do actually have a first round pick this year, right? I hope. Yeah, we have a first round pick, number 8 overall. So we do at least have a top 10 pick. I'm surprised it's not higher because we were 5-12, but we'll at least take it. Derek Carr was not good once again. 4,200 yards, 28 touchdowns, 13 picks. That's not a horrible year for real life, but it's also not good. So we're not gonna bring him back, I don't think. I think we're gonna cut him. Almost 1,400 yards for Alvin Kamara and 14 touchdowns, 4.8 yards per carry. He's been a monster. Chris Olave finally has a good year. I say finally, but it's year 2 for us. So 1,300 yards for him, 6 touchdowns. Deontay Hardy, 855 yards, 7 touchdowns. Parker Washington, only 800 yards and 3 touchdowns. Adam Troutman, 600 yards, 4 touchdowns. Not much use from the tight ends here, surprisingly. Trevor Penning was not good once again, but I guess better than last year technically. Only 13 sacks allowed. Elite season there. Ryan Ramczyk was meh. Nick Broker wasn't great. Eric McCoy and Cesar Ruiz were actually good. Of course, the 2 linemen we have that need contracts. That's fun. Demario Davis and Pete Werner led the team in tackles with 124 tackles for loss, 17 from Cam Jordan, 15 from Ika, 12 from Pete Werner, and 12 from Rasheem Green. That was hard for me to say. I don't know why. 10.5 sacks from Cam Jordan led the team, but outside of that, Peyton Turner, as a starter, had 3.5. No thank you. Siaki Ika, also as a starter, had 2, but he's not a pass rush. Interceptions, we had 4 from Marshawn Lattimore and then 1 from a number of players. Let's check out yearly awards. I don't imagine we're going to be anywhere close for any of them. Joe Burrow wins his 2nd MVP here. Geno Smith, the GOAT up there. Jacoby Brissett on the Commanders. That's interesting. I could see that for some reason. Jimmy G on the Falcons. I could also see that, even though there are rumors to the Texans, not the Falcons, but still. Oh, I ran out of breath saying that. That hurt. Cooper Kupp, the white boy, wins Offensive Player of the Year. Alvin Kamara at 4, so at least we're close for an award. That's the one I was thinking of that we could be close for, but that's the only one we're going to be close for. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Chase Young. That's interesting. Josh Allen on the Giants. Okay. Deion Jones on the Giants as well. No Saints. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Michael Mayer. I'm not going to make a murderer joke. I won't. Parker Washington at number 3. I somehow almost missed him. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Devin Witherspoon on the Commanders, who has the same face here as Will Anderson on the Seahawks. That's fun. If the Seahawks got Will Anderson, I would absolutely cream myself. Siaki Ika at number 10. I'm kind of surprised he's not higher. He was pretty decent as a rookie. Either way, though, we didn't have the best year, clearly, but it was a rebuilding year, like I was saying. Unfortunately, well, in rebuilding years, you typically want your younger players to do better and then fill out the rest of the team afterwards, but we didn't really have that here. So let's get into the offseason and let's hopefully overhaul this team. I feel like this is going to be a year 4 type rebuild, you know what I'm saying? The Super Bowl is the Packers versus the Bengals. The Bengals winning 42-37. That would be a fun Super Bowl. That was a high-scoring, close game. I definitely wouldn't complain too much about that in real life, although the Packers aren't my favorite team because their fan base is interesting, but it is what it is. I'm sorry if you're a Packers fan. I'm sure you're the exception because you're watching me. Smile. And then for re-signings here, what are we gonna have? We still have 66 mil, which is surprising. English is hard, apparently. We are gonna do, I don't know if I want to pay Eric McCoy that. He was bad fucking year one, and then up to the midseason, he was bad again this year, and then he magically started playing better when he was like, oh shit, I need a contract this year, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Madden works like that, but it sometimes seems like it does. Which, hey, I'll give him that. That's kind of realistic. Cesar Ruiz, I don't imagine being expensive, and he is more interested. We'll offer him 3 years, 18.6 mil, and he takes it. That's actually a pretty cheap contract, so that's good. Adam Troutman, though, he's already 27. He's only a 76 overall. We don't even use the tight end much anyways. We'll let him test, but we might bring him back. I don't know. Deontay Hardy we could bring back, but he's not interested literally at all, so we probably won't be bringing him back. Taysom Hill's probably really cheap, and he's a fun player, so we'll go player friendly. He takes it. I might even put him at like fullback or something. I don't know. We'll see. But everyone else, though, I think we're good at letting him go. I could bring Eno Benjamin back, but he's not super interested. So let's get into free agency and let's hopefully overhaul this team, including maybe quarterback. We'll see. Just out of curiosity, how much would the Derek Carr putting save us? 24 mil? I think that's worth it. So goodbye to Mr. Carr. Unfortunately, he's been pretty terrible for us. One of the worst Madden quarterbacks I've ever worked with. Bradley Roby can go to. He's already, what, 32? Yeah. Anytime, I don't know if this makes me old, but anytime I think of Bradley Roby, this is a super niche, like, reference I'm making, but I always think of his Madden Mobile 16. I think it was 16, either 15 or 16. I think of his Rising Stars card from that, which I guess he never really became a rising star, or never really became a star, but I don't know. Anytime I think of him, I just think of that card. I don't know why. Anyways, back to the rebuild. In free agency, there's some players. Oh my god. Okay. I actually haven't signed a quarterback in free agency in a while, so I think we're gonna do that today. I do wish we had more money to work with here because there are some monsters here in free agency, but what we're working with isn't too bad. Jalen Hurts is gonna be hopefully our quarterback of the future. We do have the lead for him over 3 bird teams, the Falcons, Eagles, and Ravens. Also, it's kind of satisfying that that goes in like descending order, like 4, 3, 2, 1 for the levels of the top offers. Anyways, though, we have the lead for him. Would be a huge signing. Does play very well in this game, has X Factor at a 94 overall, and still only 26 years old. Jerry Jeudy is going to be our next offer at an 88 overall, superstar dev, only 25 years old. We are the only team interested in him. He has a tiny bit of interest in the team. We have 4 bars for our offer. It's a pretty expensive one. It's like 18 mil or like 17 and a half, I guess, because I don't think we went player friendly or anything. And then Ed Oliver is going to be our last signing. We obviously need defensive line help. I would have gone edge, but obviously, I mean, we went for Jalen Hurts, so we didn't really have the money to get like a Nick Bosa or Rashawn Gary or someone like that. But Ed Oliver isn't a bad compromise. He does have X Factor here. We're going for good dev traits, apparently. That wasn't intentional. I just wanted good players, but the Broncos are also interested. I did go very player friendly, and he is relatively interested, so we'll see if we can get him. Let's see if any of these 3 players sign right off the bat. My prediction is we don't get Ed Oliver, but we do get Jerry Jeudy. That's my guess. Oh, we actually get both. Okay. I would be more happy about this, but Jalen Hurts didn't sign yet. Are there any quarterbacks available still just in case we don't get him? Lamar goes to the Vikings, which is odd, but Justin Herbert is still available just in case we don't get Jalen Hurts. Let's try one more time, and we get Jalen Hurts. Beautiful. So now heading into the draft, we do have a few needs, but not like ones we can't fill. We need a right guard, we need a tight end, and I guess we probably need a defensive end. Oh, Demario Davis retired. Hold on, that makes things interesting because we also need a safety. We also probably need a corner. That makes things difficult. Are there any more cuts we could make? I don't think so. I mean, Lewis Kidd, that would save us like $1 million, but I don't think that's really going to do anything for us. We might be able to sign like a budget player that'll be good enough. That's what the goal is here. Peyton Turner did literally nothing. I might just cut him. Yeah, I feel like we could get a player that would add actual value to the team rather than 3.5 sacks in full-time starting snap. We're going to try to get Patrick Queen. It's on a player-friendly or a team-friendly offer because that's all we could really afford, but he is somewhat interested. The offer is 3 bars. Let's see if he takes it. Okay, he's not gonna. The Panthers offer higher. Nope, never mind. We're going very budget here. Alohi Gilman and Jack Sanborn. These almost aren't worth showing, but we'll see if we can get either. They would start for us next year. Oh, we are out of simulations this week or whatever. Let's go to the next week and let's see if either of them can sign with us. So we do still have the lead for both of them. Let's see if they sign here. It looks like we do get both. So at the very least, we have okay players there, just in case we can't get anybody there through the draft. So I'm happy with it. And with that, let's get into the draft. Wait a minute. Didn't it say we had the 8th overall pick? I swear it did, right? I wasn't crazy. Now we have the 5th. Nah, I swear to God it said 8th. Y'all will be able to back me up on that, right? I swear I'm not crazy. That shit said 8th. Either way, the Bears have the 1st overall pick. I definitely won't complain because our pick is better now, but I swear to God it said 8. Either way though, what do we want to do here? I definitely want some kind of pass rusher. I don't know if I trust this guy because he is falling, but he looks good. A awareness, B play rec, A finesse moves, A pursuit, A to B tackle. Definitely looks good. Antoine Winslow is stronger than that guy, but is slower. I guess I didn't show y'all the guy's speed and everything. He doesn't have good play rec though, but he does look good. There are a lot of 1st round pass rushers. This is not a bad year to need an edge. Ooh, this guy's really fast. Brian McGee. I'm thinking about a trade down, kind of, but trade downs are never fair in this game, so I'm like, I don't know, man. I think it might be best just to go with the top player on the board in Randall Hoover. I guess we're gonna do it. He is 6'5", 257, 22 years old, left-handed, just like me for real, out of Ohio State. Ohio State does produce pretty good edge players. Elite jumping, 35-inch vertical. It's very good, but it's no Nolan Smith, like 41.5-inch vertical. Great strength. I guess that other guy isn't much stronger than this guy, and this guy is faster. Obviously, y'all saw everything here. Let's take him. Normal dev. God damn it. I knew it. I knew it was too good to be true. This guy isn't going to be good. God damn it. And now we don't pick until the 3rd round. So, sucks to suck, I suppose. Desmond McCauley looks pretty good. Another lefty. I don't know if I trust my own kind now. I don't know if I trust lefties. He's 6'6", 253. Similar-ish build to the last guy. 22 years old out of Bama, another big school. 4th for 40-yard dash for tight ends with a 4.66. Not the strongest in the world, but pretty good. 21 bench press reps. Overall looks good. Has a catch in traffic catching short route. Lots of B's. I'm sure he's gonna have normal dev. Yep, okay. This is an unlucky ass rebuild, dude. Oh my god. Alright, so we do still need a right guard, or I guess we need a center because it was playing Cesar Ruiz at center for some reason. We kind of need a linebacker and we need a defensive tackle. I did like this Lionel Ware guy. I might go with him now because I feel like he'll be gone by the next round. Actually, wait, we don't even need defensive tackle anymore, but this guy does look really good. A really good run defender. He's 6'3", 342, 21 years old out of Oklahoma, another big school. He's very slow, but 46 reps on the bench. That's insane. Overall looks good. A tackle, A impact block, a few B's. Let's just take him. He'll be a decent player. Hidden dev, 98 strength. I'm kind of surprised it's not 99, but either way, very good. Maybe we should switch to a 3-4 because now we have 3 defensive tackles. We kind of, we actually had a pretty good draft, all things considered, Randall Hoover, of course, we wish he had a dev trait, but he is a 75 overall. That is definitely not bad. Was a 74 at linebacker, goes up to a 75 at defensive end. I was thinking about actually switching to a 3-4, which, I still might. It would be weird playing Cam Jordan at 3-4 outside linebacker, though, but I don't know, man. We'll see. Desmond McCauley is a 74 overall. overall, same overall as the first guy, just we obviously moved the other guy's position. This guy looks very good as well, good speed catching, good short route running, overall just looks pretty well balanced. Not a good blocker at all, but we're not gonna ask him to do that, so it's fine. And then Lionel Ware, maybe our best pick of the draft, not necessarily the most valuable position because he's just a nose tackle, but still not the worst pass rusher ever for being a nose tackle either. 70 power moves, good run defense, 59 speed, wish that was 10 higher, a massive 6'3", 342, obviously, that's insane. And then outside of that, our picks were kind of bad. Jason James, a center, is listed as our starter for now at a 66 overall. Derek Booth, a corner, was actually good, a 69 overall, nice, only 21 years old. And then a 66 overall receiver, so not the worst draft in the world, and not the best either, it was just okay. And to be honest, we needed a really good draft, so kind of disappointing, but at least it wasn't bad. Holy shit, what did the Colts do? How are they in 85 overall? What happened? This just looks like the Colts to me. They just developed, oh, they stole Marcus Davenport, that's fun. They have Hendon Hooker, okay. How are they in 85? Just it looks like they're playing with high morale and everything, that's interesting. Here is a look at the team going into year number 3 of the rebuild. Honestly, we have some holes here. It's not the greatest team ever, but it is a hard team to rebuild. A very expensive team to rebuild. Obviously, it's looking quite a bit different this year compared to even last year, adding Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Hurts, Desmond McCauley, the tight end, and a new center, but we gotta see what Jalen Hurts can do in year 1 as our quarterback. I'm hoping for good things, but we'll just have to find out. And defensively, again, it's quite a bit different. I picked up a couple players just chilling in free agency. Monty Rice is going to be our middle linebacker. I moved Jack Sanborn to outside linebacker. And then Isaiah Rodgers, I just picked up. He was there at the start of the season. I was like, okay, he'll be our number 2 corner. That was actually a pretty big hole for us, so it's huge he was there. Our defense overall is looking very different. And then for specialists, for those that care, this is what it's going to look like. Honestly, there is probably going to be a year 4. I mean, you can just cheat and look at how long this video is, but it wouldn't be very epic if you did that. But with that, let's get to the end. Let's get to the mid-season of year number 3 and let's see what this team can do. Oh my god, this might be the most scenarios I have ever seen in a week. Holy shit. Okay, at the mid-season point of year number 3, we are sitting at 6-1. Good lord. I'm guessing Jalen Hurts is having a really good year. He's not. He's having an okay year. 1,600 yards, 11 touchdowns, 3 picks. The completion percentage isn't great, though. Alvin Kamara's doing pretty well. Jerry Jeudy's going off. Good lord. Blocking is not great at all. Our tackles are good and our center's good. Guards, not so much. Randall Hoover, as a rookie, has 7 sacks already. Only 2.5 from Cam Jordan, though. This is weird. Based off those stats, I wouldn't guess this is a 6-1 team, but I'll take it. I feel like we shouldn't be 6-1. We don't have the best roster in the world, but like I said, we'll take it. We have some re-signings here, though. This might be the last year anyways. We have 104 mil to work with. I'm guessing we're gonna have a ton of players to re-sign. So Tyrann Mathieu will offer slightly player-friendly. It's 3 years. Oh, that's a lot of money. We'll wait on that because he's gonna regress. I'll re-sign him at the end of the year. Cam Jordan, same deal. He's gonna regress. Pete Werner, that's not too bad. It's 12 mil a year here, and then if I up it, it is 13.8 per year over 6 years. That's fine. We'll do it. He takes it. Okay. Cap isn't really the issue anymore. It's more about just the players we have. At least, I mean, it was in the offseason, but here, not so much anymore. And then I cut a few players here. I guess Kamara and Ryan Ramczyk, just for cap reasons, so we'll try to re-sign both of them. Neither of them are that interested, but I think we could get him back. But this might be the last year anyways, so let's get to the end of year number 3 and let's see what we can do. So super quick before I reveal how we did, I'm gonna plug again. You already know me, I'm gonna plug. Be sure to like and subscribe if you have not already. It is so easy and free for you to do, and it helps me out a ton. And thank you for 2,600 subs, which we hit in between me recording the first couple parts of this video and now, so thank you for that. Getting closer and closer to 3K, which is exciting. Plus, if you sub now, you can still definitely be an OG of the channel, you know what I'm saying? But here's a look at our defense as well. Overall looking nice. Obviously, you saw the offense, but we finished 12-5. Definitely our best season so far by a lot. Now, we don't have the best team I've ever built by any means, 85 overall, but I didn't even realize that this would be probably the hardest rebuild I've ever taken on. This is not an easy one. Jalen Hurts wasn't all that good. I don't know if this is just a bad quarterback system or what, but yeah, Jalen Hurts only 4,200 yards, 30 touchdowns, 8 picks, 61% completion percentage. Overall, a good year for real life standards, but by Madden standards, this isn't that good. It's okay though. Alvin Kamara, 1,350 yards, 4.3 per carry, 18 touchdowns. I wish we could get more rushing from Jalen Hurts, but it is what it is. And receiving, good lord. Jerry Jeudy with 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns. Parker Washington, just under 800 yards, 6 touchdowns. Desmond McCulley as a rookie, 765 yards, 6 touchdowns. And only 662 yards, 3 touchdowns for Chris Olave? Weird. I wish the CPU would just know to use good players. You know what I mean? Like, ignore the system, ignore everything like that. Just use the good players. But it doesn't know how to. Blocking was very awful this year, except for Ryan Ramczyk. He was the only good blocker. Nick Broker was absolutely awful. Defensively, Pete Werner led the team in tackles with 108, Monty Rice with 107, tackles for loss, 18 from Cam Jordan, 16 from Randall Hoover, 16 from Ed Oliver, and sacks, 11 from Cam Jordan, 11 from Randall Hoover, 7.5 from Ed Oliver. Interceptions, it goes 5-4-3-2, almost one, but Tyrann ruined it. 5 interceptions for Marshawn Lattimore, 4 for Monty Rice. He was a stud this year, good lord. 3 for Isaiah Rodgers, 2 for Paulson Adebo and Tyrann Mathieu, 1 for Alohi Gilman. Josh Allen wins MVP here. Aaron Rodgers still on the Packers, that's interesting. Lamar on the Vikings. Justin Herbert is on the Falcons. Tyler Huntley is the Eagles starting quarterback. I mean, makes a little sense as the replacement to Jalen Hurts because he can run, but Huntley's not a good passer, so I don't know. Ryan Tannehill on the Chargers, ew. Offensive Player of the Year goes to the white boy Cooper Kupp. Alvin Kamara at 5. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Patrick Queen, because of course it does, a player that I wanted to sign. Nick Bosa up there on the Falcons. I'm surprised Monty Rice wasn't up here. That's interesting. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Randy Morton of the Buccaneers. Desmond McCulley at number 5, and then Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Randall Hoover. He was a stud. Lionel Ware at number 7. That's our defensive tackle. I didn't really see what he did. He probably didn't get much playing time behind Ed Oliver, but maybe he had a decent year. But we have a playoff rivals scenario here. Let's go hard-hitting brawl. I feel like our defense isn't that young. I feel like we would benefit more from the hit power. I feel like that's kind of the Saints defense's identity, or at least it was, with, you know, the whole bounty gate thing, trying to severely injure players. You gotta love that. And we have a first of many scenario. This is just gonna be staff points, right? Of course, play it cool like always. Oh yeah, it just doesn't give us anything. Never mind. But with that, we are ready to jump in against the Falcons. They do have a better team, but we're at home and have the better record, so let's see if we can take them down. All right, here we go against Atlanta. I am worried because our team, like you saw earlier, is not quite as good in terms of overall, and it seems like Madden Sim, for the playoffs at least, does go off of overall most of the time, which I like, I guess. It kind of feels like it should, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into a whole rant about how shitty the game is. I've done that a million times. You already know. If you've seen one of my videos, I love doing that, apparently. But let's sim this out. Let's see if we can get a win. The Falcons go up 3-0, 6-0 early, 2 field goals. Our offense isn't getting anything done. We do put up a touchdown, but it is 16-17 Atlanta right now. It looks like we're driving down there, but we're just not scoring. I think it's done for us. We put up a touchdown. We make it 16-14, but so do they. We bring it within 2 points, but we lose. You know what? We're not going to go out like that. We're going to run it back one more year. We're going to have lots of money this offseason. We're going to have actual decent draft picks. I might even go crazy and make some interesting trades here. I want to work to make this team good. This last year, think of it as an extra year, but we might go a little unrealistic. Let's see. Might not, but we might. So the Falcons made the Super Bowl. However, they got absolutely bitched in the Super Bowl. 42-14 by the Kansas City Chiefs. We have of an upgrade here for Randall Hoover. I'm hoping he obviously went up to star dev, right? If not, I'm gonna up him to star dev. Oh, he went straight to superstar. Okay, that's huge. Knowing how Madden works, he's probably not gonna play quite as well this year, but it's huge that he got superstar dev. Now here's the big question. Are we gonna be able to re-sign these players? Because I don't know if we're gonna be able to. I was expecting it to load in as I was saying that, but it just took forever. Either way, Tyrann Mathieu, Cam Jordan, Paulson Adebo, Alvin Kamara, Ryan Ramczyk, Isaiah Rodgers, all here. Monty Rice somehow didn't go up to star dev. So first things first, let's start with Tyrann Mathieu. Part of me wonders if we can get away with going just neutral because he is so interested. I almost don't want to risk it, but also if we lose him, I don't know if I'm going to care too much. So let's see if he takes that. He does. Beautiful. It wasn't even that much money. It was like 7.5 mil or something. Cam Jordan, same deal. I am a little more worried about losing him because he has been very good, but I think he'll take neutral. He is interested. He won't. We can get him back in free agency. I'm not too worried about that. I'm not paying him 18 mil, but we can get him back. Paulson Adebo, I feel like we can upgrade there. Has he been particularly good or anything? 1 pass deflection and 31, that's not great, but 2 picks is good. We can upgrade there. We'll find somebody else. Alvin Kamara, we very much want back. We'll go very player friendly, and even I'll up it from here because that's only 9 mil. We can go 5 years, 5 mil salary, 5 mil signing bonus, and he takes it. Beautiful. Ryan Ramczyk, we'll go player friendly. If he doesn't take it, I'll just tag him, but it's 4 years, almost 20 mil a year, almost 80 mil in total. Let's see if he takes it, and he doesn't, so we're gonna tag him unless it's like obscenely expensive. It's 20 mil. Yeah, okay, it's about what it would have been to re-sign him. Isaiah Rodgers, I want him back. We'll go player friendly. I doubt he he does take it. Okay, cool. And then Monty Rice, we definitely want back. He was really good for us. He re-signs. You'll love to see it. So other than that, I think we are good here if I am not mistaken. So yeah, we'll just look to re-sign Cam Jordan in free agency, and we will tag Ryan Ramczyk. There we go. Beautiful. And actually, I want to check out, are there any cuts or trades we can make that would make sense? Probably not. No, there aren't really any cuts we would want to make, and we might not even want to trade anybody, honestly. I might trade Nick Broker and then trade for a different left guard just because he was so terrible last year. Oh, the Cardinals have a 57 overall left guard. All right, we're trading him for a 3rd round pick. I don't know what we're going to get with that 3rd round pick. I might just go and swap that 3rd round pick for a different left guard. Ooh, that's a weird trade. Okay, we're basically swapping Siaki Ika for this guard right here. I don't know why I did this way, but that just means we're going to be swapping 1 pick back from 88 to 89. I don't know why we could have just not had those 3rd round picks in there. I kind of just traded down a spot for no reason. I mean, it doesn't matter, but if I would have thought for 2 seconds before doing this trade, I would have done it differently. We're basically trading Siaki Ika for a guard. That was such a weird trade. Ooh, we could get Jalen Watson. We'll just look to free agency for now. Obviously, we haven't even checked it out yet. Okay, interesting. Some pretty good top players. How did some of these dudes play? Ooh. So these are the 2 players we are going to go for right off the bat. At least it's going to be Greg Rousseau and JC Horn. We do have the lead for both of them. I don't know if we're going to get either of them because I doubt they take it right away because neither of them are too interested, which is surprising. I mean, the Saints are a popular team and we were 12-5 last year, but it is what it is. Let's see if either of these players sign. They both do. We get both of them immediately. That is huge. Here in the draft, we have the 24th overall pick. What do we want to do here? I think I know what we want to do here. Colin O'Neill looks very good. He's 6'5", 320, 22 years old out of Ole Miss. 34 reps on the bench, which was 3rd elite change of direction, which if his 20-yard shuttle and 3 cone were only 3rd and 7th, and that's elite, then I wondered what some of the other players look like. You know, actually, his finesse is bad. Maybe this guy isn't as good as I thought. No, I think he will be. Whenever I'm skeptical like this, I end up being right though. I don't know. Let's take him. Okay, hidden dev. Not the strongest or fastest in the world. I don't know how he only has 86 strength. He put up really good reps. Either way though, should be a good player. Now, what else do we really need is the question. Maybe a 2nd tight end or like 3rd/4th receiver, 2nd running back, maybe a linebacker, safety. We do have a few needs, but nobody here here is really gonna start for us. Who has the best chance at starting? Maybe a receiver if we get a good enough one? Eddie Callaway looks really good. I might go with him. Probably will just be our 4th receiver, but you never know. He's 6'2", 220, 22 years old, out of Georgia. We're in a 4.47, which is fine. It's not super quick, but pretty quick. First in bench press reps, 41.4-inch vertical at the combine. Good lord. Overall looks really well balanced. Has bad injury. He could be one of those players that I always talk about, where they just are one of those players that Madden puts in as like assuming people have injury on. So this will be a really good player with injury concerns, but obviously we don't have him on. So let's take him. Hidden dev, 90 speed, 96 jumping. That seems like a really good pick. And let's see, is there a good tight end here? I focus scouted this guy, but honestly, Taylor Smith right here might be better. Oh, he's not very fast. He does look good though. Yeah, fuck it. It's our 2nd tight end. Let's just take him. Okay, hidden dev. That might have been another hit. All right, this is probably the last pick I'm gonna take. I don't know what to go with. There's that. I was like, oh, it's a run support safety with at least okay zone coverage with C, but honestly, he doesn't look that good. I mean, his run defense, he doesn't look terrible, and he's from Washington State, so I might be biased and let's just take him. Fuck it. He's normal dev, but could be an okay overall. So here is a recap of the draft. Colin O'Neill is a 73 overall, which is pretty good. That's about what I was expecting, either 73, 74. At first, when I saw him, of course, I thought he would be a lot better, but it's definitely not bad, and he will start for us at center. And Teddy Callaway is really good. He's a 75 overall. Borderline starter for us. I might even decide to start him and try to develop him. I think I'm going to switch the offensive playbook to be more pass heavy. We'll see though. And then Taylor Smith, the tight end, is a 74 overall. Good catching awareness, catching traffic. Not the best blocker, but good receiving tight end. Sermon is a 67, and then I let the CPU do the rest, which apparently was a mistake. But overall, a good 4 picks from me, because I'm the best Madden player to ever live. Smile. Here is a look at the team heading into, for sure, the 4th and final year of the rebuild. Obviously, 3 rookies here starting on offense: Callaway, O'Neill, and we are going to start the tight end we just drafted because he is a scheme fit here and he could have a really good dev trait and surpass McCauley. Not that McCauley was bad last year, but he wasn't amazing and he doesn't have a dev trait. So I think starting Smith would be the right move. And then defensively here, it's a lot of the same. However, we did add Greg Rousseau and JC Horn. We did pick Marcus May back up in free agency, which is interesting. So I mean, this team is looking very good, and I did switch, funny enough, to the Chiefs offense as well. We were already running the Chiefs defense, so now we're running both, which makes sense. The Chiefs are a good team and they typically perform well in this game, so we'll see what we can do. But with that, let's just get straight to the end of year number 4 and let's see how this team can do. At the end of year number 4, we finish 14-3. Good lord. I honestly thought we were gonna finish like 8-9, 7-10, because normally year 4 doesn't go super well. But hey, apparently with this team it did, and with the new offensive scheme, it definitely helped. Jalen Hurts finished with 4,700 yards, 32 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, good completion percentage, definitely better than last year. Alvin Kamara has been a monster. I actually want to see where he ranks all time, and I doubt he's up there already. He's only been around for 8 years, but 1,200 yards for him, 4.3 per carry, 19 touchdowns. Leonard Fournette, I just picked up for fun. He was okay, 6 touchdowns, 350-ish yards, 4.1 yards per carry, not bad. Jerry Jeudy with 1,300 yards, 7 touchdowns. Chris Olave with 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. Teddy Callaway as a rookie, 950 yards, 6 touchdowns. Taylor Smith as a rookie, 900 yards, 6 touchdowns. So good years overall there, including from the rookies. Blocking was definitely better this year. I would say the only one that wasn't good was Cesar Ruiz, because normally right guard is the position that allows the least amount of sacks, but Ruiz wasn't fantastic. Trevor Penning had his best year. It still wasn't amazing, but it was fine. Colin O'Neill as a rookie was good. Tackles, Pete Werner led the team with 120. Tackles for loss, 21 from Randall Hoover, 16 from Ed Oliver, and then sack, 19 from Greg Rousseau, 14.5 from Ed Oliver, 12 for Randall Hoover. This has to be one of the best defensive lines we have ever built in a rebuild. This is disgusting. Lionel Ware also with 5.5 as the second defensive tackle. That's crazy. Now, outside of those 4, there weren't really any at all, but still. In interceptions, we really didn't have many. Marcus May was pretty good, 3 for him, 2 for Isaiah Rodgers, and then 1 each from Derek Booth, who's a backup, Monty Rice, and then Tyrann Mathieu. Interesting. We had the 5th offense in terms of yards. How about defense? But the most important thing is scoring. We had the 1st defense in terms of yards. 5th in points scored. Guess 3rd in points allowed. Okay, I was gonna guess 2nd, but yeah, 3rd in points allowed. That's really good. Dante Parks of the Rams wins MVP. Must be their quarterback. Good lord. Geno Smith at number 2. You love to see that. Joe Burrow up there. I don't think we're gonna see Jalen Hurts, and we don't. Oh, Cooper Kupp made it up there for MVP. What kind of season did he have? He obviously won his 4th Offensive Player of the Year. I guess 5th because he won it once in real life, but 4th here. Darnell Mooney is up to an 88. That's interesting. He was up there. Alvin Kamara at number 6. Brian Edwards on the Vikings. Paris Campbell. There's some weird players up here. Only one Saint up there. Defensive Player of the Year goes to division rival Nick Bosa. I guess now division rival. Greg Rousseau at number 4. I'm surprised he wasn't higher. He was really good. Ed Oliver at number 6. Randall Hoover at number 9. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Matt Chapman of the Eagles. Must have been a QB. Teddy Callaway at number 2. That's disappointing. I wish he could have won it. Taylor Smith at number 4. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Kelvin Sherwood of the Panthers. Don't think we're going to see any Saints? No. So overall, really good year, clearly. But let's see who we're going to be taking on in the playoff. It's going to be the 10-7 Detroit Lions. I can't wait to lose to that team. I guess there's nothing really left for us to do except jump in. We have a first of many here. Always got to play it cool. One of these times I'm going to go guarantee win, and it's going to absolutely screw me over. Oh, I almost just we'll jump in. I don't know if I care enough to jump in because this is a bonus year and I don't want the video to take 5 years to edit, but we'll jump in. I've said it once. Oh, he's gone. I was going to say I've said it once. I'll say it again. Terry McLaurin has a weird head shape, but he's gone now. So sucks to suck, I guess. All right, here we go in the divisional against Detroit. We should easily win this game, but it's Madden Sim, so we'll probably lose. I've had a bad streak of my team not being able to score in the red zone, but we do put up 14 early. The Lions do go down and score, and they tied up 14-14 before half. We put up a field goal right before half, though, so we are up 17. Now 24-14. We have a 10-point lead. Now we are kind of pulling away with it, but they're coming back. It's hard to commentate these. It changes so quick. We end up destroying them 45-24. So that was not really a close game. It didn't really feel close, even though I guess the score was, so I guess it was close, but you could tell we were definitely just playing better. I don't think the Lions ever had the lead. No, they didn't. So that was definitely a good game for us, not for them. In the conference championship, we're going to be taking on the Washington Commanders. Now, apparently, Chase Young had 90 receptions for 1,259 yards and 11 receiving touchdowns. I love that they still haven't fixed that glitch. It's great. Gotta love how much effort they put into their game. Which, by the way, how do they not catch that glitch? Do they literally just not even test the games before they put them out? I mean, that's a pretty clear glitch. I don't know how you would miss that. I mean, clearly those are not the right stats for Chase Young. It just didn't update the... I mean, it means to show Chase Young. It just doesn't change the stats from last week. So I don't know. It's stupid. All right, enough complaining about EA. Let's jump in here and see if we can take down the Commanders. We probably won't be able to, but we will try. Probably because I talked shit on Terry McLaurin for having a weird shaped head. But we'll see. There's our favorite white boy, Cooper Kupp. All right, here we go in the divisional. Conference championship against the Washington Communists. We do have the home game, but I'm still worried because it's close in terms of overall. We go up early 7-0, but they put up a field goal. We still have the lead. We put up 2 field goals, actually. They score a touchdown, though. We're up 20-10 currently. They do score up 20-17. They are driving. They put up a field goal. They do put up another field goal and take the lead heading into the 4th quarter. They put up a touchdown, and it looks like they're going to win this game. But we do tie it up with a couple minutes left to go. However, the Commanders kick a last-minute field goal and win the game because EA. There are certain points in time where I want to delete this dog shit game and just do straight football analysis, but and this is one of those moments, but we're not gonna do it. We're gonna persevere. I love losing as the better team for almost every playoff game. It's super fun. But this was a very successful rebuild in my books. This was a very hard rebuild, but we still did end up making a very good team. Of course, I'm plugging again. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, turn on notifications. All three of those things should take you less than 10 seconds, maybe 5 if you're quick enough, I don't know. And also let me know what team to do next, but that is gonna be it. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I like making these most of the time. I enjoy talking about football, we'll say that. I don't necessarily enjoy EA, but I enjoy the sport of football. So again, I hope you enjoyed, and with that, I will see you all again in the next video. Goodbye.